problem is it's so dang dark. All I can see is your hand.
It's because your phone screen dark?
Yeah, my phone screen's dark.
That's probably why.
There's also, you know, in these winter months when we drive over there, it's dark. It's hard to make videos because it's already dark when we leave. It's only 6 o'clock. Look how dark it is. What is that?
Bullets?
Oh, ow. What'd you hit it against?
Another bullet?
Oh, okay.
I'm turning this into a knife.
Oh, yeah, I saw your, was it Facebook?
My rough draft.
Is that Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know Facebook currently.
Good idea.
So this bullet could have possibly killed someone. Just saying.
Your brother brought that over?
Yes, I didn't know you were recording.
Yeah, I am recording.
Yeah, he brought it over from Afghanistan. It's been sitting in my bullet collection. This one's from the,
Well, it didn't kill somebody then because they wouldn't have retrieved it out, you know, away from somebody. How do you know it's a, oh, it's a shell casing.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dad was saying that it's against, like, rules and regulations to bring brass over. Because they reuse them.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted a souvenir, and you know how
Yeah.
my bro is.
Yep.
He loves me having souvenirs.
I know.
I'm going to turn this into a knife. It'd be pretty cool.
It's sad because he doesn't probably have much souvenirs from there. I guess he just has what's in his heart, which wasn't a nice thing to have, you know?
The souvenir he has,
We'll
he
die
wish
with
I could
him.
give back, probably, which is PTSD.
Yeah.
That's a souvenir no one wants.
I know. But you got all the cool stuff, including some of his, like, you know.
I got a gas mask.
I know.
I got a military helmet. And I didn't even know how to put the protector cover on, the actual...
Didn't you got some lighter from Afghanistan, too? He brought you, right? You don't have any more, because you didn't take care of it. Yeah. That was like, you know, never get that again.
Yeah, I tried looking it up on Zippo.
Yeah.
I might have to call him and ask.
No.
I have $150 Zippo now. It's still in good condition.
Well,
That was the best lighter I bought.
It's kind of sad when you don't take care of stuff that, you know, people lost their lives over there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's a lighter.
I know, but that stuff's really going to be
I have the patches he got me.
That stuff's really going to be worth a lot of money someday because it's, you know, considered like war memorabilia, you know?
I still have the lapis he bought me in Afghanistan. It's in my safe. It's
Yeah,
my
but
most prized rock.
I know, that's cool, but you can buy lapis at any rock shop.
Yeah, but when you have it from someone that bought it from the actual source from Afghanistan,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, it's different.
Yep.
Different meaning.
Anyway, what we were going to talk about, what I thought we could talk about, is because you and I were talking the other day about how, well, you haven't been to your group in a while because you wanted to quit.
I've been going for 4 years.
Yeah, you're getting tired of it.
We live so far from it. I'm the only one in the group that lives so far. My lifestyle's way different from their lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, it seems far, but it's not so far, but yeah.
I was just thinking, it was ironic. I was thinking this last night. I was thinking, everyone in the class has autism or disabilities, you know? And if you compare their friends with my friends, all my friends smoke and drink alcohol.
Yeah.
And everybody in that group is not really A-okay with marijuana.
So what's that say about your friends?
I'm just saying, different lifestyle.
Well, it's a different lifestyle, but what's that say about your friends? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I smoke too.
Yeah, but not really. You're not like a regular...
Now you know, I leave the house, and when I go out that house, I'm a different person.
No. It shouldn't be that way.
I'm a party person.
You should be the same person that you always are. Everywhere, you know? But you do have a potty mouth. You do say bad words a lot, and they don't like that.
Oh, them?
In your group, because your group is...
They won't let me.
Well, because...
This is what I was complaining to...
Because it's not a socialization group. It's not to socialize, per se. It's to learn social skills. So those are two different things.
I know how to socialize when I need to.
Well, so I didn't really want to, like, spend the time, like, complaining about everything that's wrong with it. And
you brought up the class.
Yeah, well, the reason I brought it up is because you didn't want to go for, you know, several different reasons. Also for the fact that, you know, I think your relationship with your former girlfriend, whatever.
We're friends now.
Okay, but still, so there was multiple reasons why you didn't want to go anymore. So you haven't been in a little while, but the group facilitator
hasn't told the class.
Wanted to have coffee with you and sat down and told you what? That's what I wanted to talk about.
Exactly.
Okay, so you sat down and had tea.
I don't drink coffee.
What do you mean you don't drink coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
Okay, well, I've seen you drink coffee before.
Yeah, before. I haven't drank coffee for like a year now.
Oh, so now all of a sudden you don't. Okay,
no, because last time I had coffee, I had seizures.
Oh.
So I decided not to drink coffee, and I haven't had one since.
Okay. Well, good on your part for paying attention to your body and what it's telling you it doesn't like. But anyway, so you got together for tea with the facilitator. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, what did he tell you? And, you know, what that all actually means, you know?
He says everyone's going to miss me if I don't go. I'm like, I've been going to the same class for 4 years, and everyone's warmed up on me, you know? I bring something to the table that no one else brings. Like, I'm the only one in class that's proud of their autism.
Right.
Everyone else looks at their autism in, like, a shameful way. I'm like, why? It's autism. And because they all look at their autism in a shameful way, their parents treat them autistic, like in a neurotypical way. You get babied.
Yeah.
I don't treat my autism like that.
Right, that's what I wanted to talk about. You know, how do you think it is that you're different, that you're proud of who you are and they're not? What do you think that's from and all that kind of stuff?
I don't know. Give me an example. I zoned out for half a second.
I said, why do you think it is that you're proud of your autism and other people aren't? Why do you think that is?
It's kind of like what I was just talking about earlier. Different lifestyle. All my friends are autistic, all of them, but we all relate in some similar messed up way. Meaning that we all used to like cut ourselves or something like that. Something in the past that we like to talk about a lot. Us friends are like we bang each other around, but in the end of the day, we start laughing and smiling. We basically beat each other up and say some really mean stuff to each other during the day, like some mean stuff. But in the end of the day, we're smiling and we're best friends. And that's how my friends are. I mean, I have a classification of friends, but those are my main friends.
That doesn't really answer the question of, you know, how you being proud of your autism, how you got to be that way, and how that makes you different than most other people.
I don't know how. How's it? It's like, how do you explain that? What do you think? What's your idea? I heard you. Anyway, what's your idea on it? What do you think?
Why do I think you're proud of your autism?
Yeah.
Well, I think in part it's how you were raised. Because I've never raised you to like feel like something was wrong with you. I always encouraged you to express yourself in the capacities that you were able to, right?
Like seizures.
And I tried to like find your strengths.
You've been saying that, you tell me that, oh, Jared doesn't have seizures anymore. So I started believing, oh, I don't have seizures anymore. What are seizures again?
Well, it's been what?
I mean, I felt like I was going to have one the other day. But I get the symptoms pretty bad. I just don't speak up. I tough through it and I figure my shit out.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be working. Because you haven't had a seizure since, like, what, June? Right? think.
I can't remember, but my memory is absolute poo-poo.
I think it was the night before.
I'm not on medication, and my memory's still messed up really bad. I can't remember what I did yesterday or the day before. So I decided, I just finally gave up like 4 weeks ago. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna keep moving forward. Forget about the past. I don't, like, my friends would be like, you don't remember what I was wearing last week? I'm like, no, I didn't know. Not really. Remember what we talked about last week? No, I don't. Honestly, I can't remember. You're gonna have to trigger
that's
it.
one of the positive things that you bring to your autism group is that
Like how I got off subject?
You're one of the only people in the group that's proud of your autism. So you sort of like bring everybody else up because
I can bring everybody down.
You show them how to be proud of themselves, to like who they are, and to find their strengths and to capitalize on their strengths.
The teacher asked me about what did I get out of the class? I'm like, and I'm like, you told me to use like modeling paste one day, and I think that is the best thing I got out of class because now I'm into 3D art. I make paintings that pop out at you, which you saw the Black Lagoon creature one.
Yeah.
That one was awesome.
I took that off the easel because people are coming to look at our house to buy it, and I don't want them to get like freaked out. I mean, if you know the realtor told me to take down my shaman stuff and all my altars, then I definitely know they're not gonna like that either. You know.
Art is art.
I understand that, but people would just think it's creepy or weird.
They're creepy and weird if they don't look at art differently. You could flip a painting. Someone could hate one painting and flip it upside down, and they could say they love it. Man, my eyes burning.
So today, you know, somebody was asking me for resources and information on like the spiritual aspects of autism. You know, and it's interesting because, you know, I knew we were probably going to make this video today and talking about you being proud of your autism. But I came across this website and I printed it out because I thought you could kind of just read through it a little bit, and then because it talks about like the spiritual aspect of it, and I was wondering like what you thought about that.
Soul's life.
Well, read it out loud.
Oh, you didn't say. I read really slow.
Well, that way people can also.
Soul's life plan. Major reason equals ASD. Autism spectrum disorder. If people don't know what ASD means. Is chosen by the soul of experience. Express condition at birth. Express condition after birth. Later in your childhood. 2. Number of souls occupying a physical body. I can't believe I said occupying. 1 soul per body. Multiple souls, 1 primary, 1. Or more others are passively observing. That's me. The multiple souls. Type of energy set. Half hybrid energy set running the body. Half indigo energy set. Half crystal energy set. Half rainbow energy set. 4. Connectivity to higher frequencies determines the level of autism.
Determines.
That's what I read. What did I say?
You said determines.
I don't remember saying that.
Determines. Determines.
I'm reading with one eye.
Oh.
My eye hurts really bad. That's why I can't wait for my glasses. It burns to open it.
Weird.
Yeah, I know. It's been hurting. I've been getting sharp pains in it. Anyway, higher connectivity. E.g. savant, genius, high functioning. I can't read some of these words. Medium connectivity. Range in between. Lesser connectivity. Less functional, need more help with daily functions. Chakra system. running energy templates that create the physical body. Normal chakra system. 7 separate chakras, like most humans. Human. Evolved chakra systems. 5 chakras with a single large composite chakra replacing the lower 3 chakras. I'm saying it like that because I watched Naruto and they say chakra.
I know.
Anime.
I know.
Chemical imbalance. Minor reason. Cocktail of chemicals interacts with DNA and RNA to lift child's frequency, e.g. vaccine. Any chemical or toxin in air, food, water, earth, pollution, pesticides.
So it's giving the reasons for autism, I guess.
Klinefelter's is a I was reading on it too. It causes speech delay. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
I didn't know that. I wanted to brief up on all my disabilities, so if someone asks me, what's your disability? Then I could give them the full list of understanding and coherent. And I shared this with one of my friends. And once they realized my disability, they're like, oh, I take back everything I said. I feel so bad. Like, yeah, now you feel bad, don't you? You feel guilty about saying what you said, huh?
What'd they say?
None of your business. When we become more connected, we too will operate in a more communal sense, or in more of a mental concert sense, like we do when we're meditating together. Eventually, that we become our natural condition rather than having to dip into it like we do now.
Do you understand what you're reading?
Oh, I'm just reading it. They didn't tell me to process it.
Well, that was the point of it.
Oh, I thought I was reading it to everybody else.
No, I was asking you what your thoughts on it
Well, in that case, I would have read it normal in my head. I had to process it in my head. But sometimes I can't process it when I read out loud.
Well, then read it and process it.
You know how people read, but I fast read, where I go through it quick.
Okay.
I can't read it like that. I sound retarded when I read. Hold on, the words disappeared. My left eye can't focus reading when I open it. That's why it hurts. It's, like the doctor said, when your eyes aren't focused. It's annoying. Who wrote this?
I don't know. It's this website.
What the hell's a rainbow energy?
I don't know.
I've never heard such a term. I never came across it or anything. Is that one a make-up one? Someone made it up?
I think they're all made up, but yeah, it's like.
I mean,
indigo.
I heard of indigo and crystals, like the crystal energy sets, but I never heard of a rainbow one.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's sort of in that same sort of genre of new agey way of thinking about things, but. Don't strain your eye. If it's bothering you to read, don't read.
It hurts. It's like a sharp pain. Like, I don't know how to explain. I don't know. The autistics don't know how they do. So when they say it like this, I feel like they're a freaking neurotypical person, because look how they worded it. The autistics don't know how they do it. So obviously they're freaking not autistic writing the paper. So how can someone that's not autistic write a paper about autism if they don't understand the concept of autism? They can study it all they want, but they still won't understand it.
Well, I mean, I guess that's true. That's why I was asking you what your opinion was.
It irritates me. It really irritates me.
Oh, because they use the term.
I really hate neurotypical people where they're like, they write about autism, but they don't know about autism.
Right.
Like, they think they know. They really think they know.
Yeah.
Like, it would be interesting to go to an actual autism meeting, and the guy that's talking about autism is autistic.
Right.
That would make sense.
Well, that's why we make these videos, because we want to know.
It's like going, like, hypothetically, let's say if someone goes to an AA meeting, and the guy that set it up together, he's not an alcoholic.
I understand.
And everyone asks him, so why are you here today?
Right. I understand this, but that's why we're making videos, you and I, because you have autism, and that's why I'm asking you what you think.
I get
you live with it. It's, you know, part of who you are. So that's why I'm asking. Oh, geez. Let me just right on the bus schedule here.
Aggrability, autistic individuals are ahead of their time. My full belief and understanding of it. See, incarnate humans, profile as autistic people or Asperger's people. Are we just people now to you? God, there's such a narrow. Who are better suited for communal connectivity? What is that? Communal connectivity.
Communal? Is that what it says? Communal?
Yep.
Communal means like being in a community, like a group.
I don't like being in. I don't like bitch be like trying to put me into group sessions with other art, and I'm like, no, I don't like doing group projects. I absolutely hate it. I work by myself.
I don't know, I'm not reading the article because I'm driving, but I think it's saying your communication style. Maybe.
I'm very blunt and rude and crude. I'll come out like an asshole. That's very blunt to say, but I'm being truthful. 100% honesty straight to your face. I'll come up to you and be like, you fat. And I just can't help it. Sometimes I get those words stuck in my head and I gotta say it. You know, like a nervous tick, you know, there's a word that gets stuck in your head, loops over in your head. You just wanna say it. You just have to say it. And if you don't say it, it's gonna bug you all day. It's gonna eat you alive. They speak the truth. They don't know how to lie. Yeah, I don't know how to lie, actually. That's true. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to connive. What is connive? I've never heard of it.
That means be sneaky.
I could be sneaky. That's what our socks are for.
Ew.
Socks. What do you mean, ew? Sneaky. You gotta go in the, you know, it's 3 a.m. You gotta sneak around. You gotta go get some, like, food. You're trying to be quiet, but then you open up the fridge. And then you open the other side. Oh. And then you gotta open the drawer. You're sick. You dirty mind.
Well, it's not like you don't talk about it all the time.
What?
You know what?
You sick.
Every day you talk about that.
Masturbation is a healthy life, people.
See, every day you talk about it. Who talks about that in front of their mother? Oh, you do.
Who does it?
Nobody but you.
Talk about the sex life. Why not? I'm just open about my sex life, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you're just open about too much of too much.
Hey.
Okay.
Anyway. Contrive or coerce. Because they are totally and utterly above and beyond all of that stuff. What's that supposed to mean? I don't know. Because most people around them aren't of that type. They struggle to work here. but people who are awake and aware will naturally communicate with them or other channels.
That kind of reminds me of the guy that you met at that place. Remember where we bought the tile?
Yeah, he's really cool. He's high frequency.
Right. So that's sort of how like you gravitate towards each other.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
naturally, and
yeah.
even in public places.
And then I brought up, he said something religious to me, which was it. What
do you think he has autism?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, I do too.
I think he has Klinefelters.
Yeah, maybe.
You see his body structure.
Yeah.
Because I have the same type. When you look into the study of Klinefelters, it's 1 every 600.
Right.
It fluctuates to 500 to 600 people, so
Right.
it's roughly around there.
Right.
1 in like 600 man get it, or
Right.
babies.
Right.
You won't even know you have it unless you get tested for it
Right.
later on. But then once you get tested for
Yeah.
it, it's going to make all your other disabilities make so much sense later on.
Well, some people don't have any signs of it at all, really.
I didn't. We were testing for something else. We were testing for a disease, and it popped up in the blood work saying something was odd. So
Right. And
issued
so
it.
then it was just kind of like, well, that makes sense. But I think you're right about him too. I agree. I have the same thoughts about it.
He thought I was gay. I still think it was so funny.
Well, is he gay?
No.
See, because he
Klinefelters.
I know. I'm telling you. Yeah.
It's that extra woman chromosome.
Yeah.
Every time I sign up for a dating website, it's always gay men hitting me up. Never women. They always assume I'm gay. Everyone assumes I'm gay first. They always judge the book by its cover. God, my eye is burning. Like the heat generation from my eye is on fire. I can feel it.
Weird.
Like this eye's normal room
if you
temperature.
keep touching it, it's probably just going to aggravate it more.
I am just closing my eye and trying to read.
Yeah. Well, I have allergy drops at home. You might want to try putting some in there and see if that helps. I have to put them in every damn day. My eyes.
Should have got an eye patch. Already, matey.
So anyway, we agree about that he's probably on the autism spectrum, and he probably also has Klinefelters as well.
But anyway, he's really cool because he brought something up spiritual, and then we started talking, and then
Right.
and then he said something about energy, and this is what triggered it. This is how we became good friends because we talk about a lot more spiritual stuff, and he's like, we're talking about how finally we found someone that we could actually connect to each other about something in the spiritual realm.
Mm-hmm.
And he was discussing with me that how his other friends can't even talk about this stuff with him because they don't understand, and then with me I could understand. Like it's weird because our frequencies are like equal.
Right.
So
and
we
this
we
is
just
some
complete
random person that we met.
and
right,
like
at the
once then
store
I'm like, wow,
when we were buying tile, right?
it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny how all these high frequency people used to be Christian.
Mm-hmm.
See what Christianity does to you. And then we talk about it. We talk about being a Christian for a while, and then it's funny.
Yeah.
Because it gets like, why is the Christian like my debate is why is Christianity like the first one everyone brings up in religion? Why is it the most like corrupted? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it? Why is it that? No other religion they really talk about. Just Christianity. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, I just wanted you to
I
kind
read
of
the
react.
paper.
Yeah, I mean, and
Ish.
I was just wondering what you thought about it. I mean, what they're saying about
The last sentence to the back.
Do you think autism is caused by vaccines?
What the hell is vaccines?
You know, like your immunization shots you get when you're a kid.
No. It's like saying you're either born gay.
Do you
Or
think
you're
it's
born
caused by
gay.
some other type of like injury to the brain from some environmental?
You like injury, like like you get a car accident, and you hit your head.
That causes autism?
It could. It could change the wavelength. You're damaging your brain, so you can change it. You're altering it.
Well, I guess the deeper question of that is then do you think autism is actually like a malfunction or a dysfunction?
There's times where I hate my autism, but I'm still proud of it. I can't say words. I really hate it.
Yeah.
There's words I still can't say. I still can't say seaman-mini. You know that thing, that damn fish creature?
Well, I have a hard time.
Seaman-mini.
I have a hard time.
Seaman-mini. Seaman-mini.
I have a hard time saying that too.
Seaman-mini. Seaman-mini. I don't know. I still can't say it.
You don't want to eat anything, do you, first?
I want to get food.
You do?
Later.
Okay, later. So, yeah, I know.
I'm hungry, but I'm trying to control my hunger. I haven't eaten anything all day except 3 Snicker bars.
Well, that's... Yeah, not good. That's not good.
You asked me if I ate breakfast. I ate 2 Snicker bars.
That's too much sugar. You have to have, like, actual, like, food.
I had 2 cups of milk.
Oh, my goodness.
It was so tasty.
What am I to do with you?
This is what happens when you don't eat a Snickers bar for like 3 days, and then you save the 3 days, and then those 3 days you eat a Snicker bar. You're like, wow, that's good. What were we talking about? I don't even remember.
You being proud of your autism, really, I guess.
For what reason?
And the spiritual aspects of it. If it's an injury or...
Ah, okay. I don't even remember talking about it. See, that's my memory. Mom, my memory is messed up.
I reminded you.
Oh, backwards. Don't.
So do you think it's an injury? That's what I'm saying. You think autism is caused
Autism? I believe that people that have autism could use more parts of the brain than they actually know. Because I was doing research on it with people with autism, and apparently there's this girl in Russia that has a brain disorder, and she can catch things on fire.
Wow.
And they call it, I forgot what they call it, but it's an actual disease. They call it an actual disorder. And I'm thinking what happens is people that have autism, like, yeah, it's an interesting study. I was like, wow. Imagine having an ability like that. I would have so much fun. Having superpowers. Psh. Anyway, I think autistic people could use more part of their brain than they think. That's what I think. I don't know if I don't know what you consider it. I don't know.
Then they realize they do, or what?
Why didn't you go in the other way?
It's all blocked off.
Completely?
Yep.
Oh,
Trying to figure out how to get in there.
that's what she said.
Weird.
Yeah.
So autistic people
That's a
use
complex
more.
answer.
They use more of their brain.
You know how people say you only use like 10% of your brain?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's for normal people.
Mm-hmm. You think autistic people use more than 10%?
Yeah. Why I say that is because, you know, doctors will look at you and say you're completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't understand the brain.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They'll look at you and say you're completely fine. There's nothing wrong with you. But actually there is something wrong with you in your brain.
Yeah.
Because there's people that like to overthink. See, I like to run simulations in my head that's so messed up, and I think of so many possibilities. I could think, it's so weird sometimes, because I like to overthink, but I'm thinking 2 things at one time. So my brain's running 2 things,
Right.
2 different times, and I'm having a full. I've been talking to myself for like the last 6 months, where I'm like having a full conversation in my head, and I'm not even high. I'm not even smoking marijuana. Maybe there's one time I did, but then it's like.
So this, yeah. So I mean,
You just sit there and you're like, huh, that makes sense.
Out of this list out of this list, okay. So like, here's this list here, and it's talking about the different maybe types of autism. Do you think there's different types of autism? There must be, right?
Yes.
And then but it's saying, you know, the different things. So this one's saying the number of souls.
I don't agree with the expressed at birth or after birth. I don't. How are you supposed to remember birth? Huh?
Well,
that's nonsense.
It's saying it either expresses a condition at birth or it expresses after birth, later in childhood. So, because some people say like their children aren't autistic, like they're developing normally, everything's on task, and all of a sudden, they just like overnight get these autism symptoms. That's why some of these parents think, it has to be the immunizations, is causing brain injury or something.
It's parenting. I don't know. That's just, you're parenting wrong then.
No, there's somebody in your class. I think she's the one that was saying.
Something like that?
Yeah. That she had a normal childhood and everything, as an infant. And then all of a sudden, like, when she was, like, around 2 or something, like...
Well, think about it. It's the brain again.
Mm-hmm.
The process of growing up. So you don't stop growing until you're, like, 20, like, in your 20s.
Right.
She's, like, 20-something.
Yeah.
You do realize that? So, like, imagine it. You're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You have, like, an immature mind. It's not fully matured yet.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were going to hit you.
I know. We both looked. We're like, what the hell?
And then, so you have an immature mind.
Yeah.
So, like, a premature mind growing up through a teenager year, and it doesn't pick up, little symptoms pick up, but you just can't see them.
Right.
So your mind is developing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't understand the brain.
Right.
No one can understand autism.
Yeah.
So then when you're developing later on in the years, you don't pick up. Like me in high school, remember?
Mm-hmm.
You said that I have autism, but I never got tested until, like, freshman year. After I was getting, like, expelled from schools. They're like, they didn't understand. The teachers didn't understand. Like, I didn't, like, they didn't pick. I mean, we definitely knew that I had a disability.
Because you're not, like, so severely autistic. Like,
I could be in the right situation.
In the right situation. So it's
I could start rocking and, like, I could be fully autistic. I become from high functioning to low functioning in, like, 5 seconds.
So what you're saying is that it is partially situational and environmental. It has also to do with, your environment.
A lot of noise triggers me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like...
So there's certain things that all autistic people have in common, regardless of, like, what, quote-unquote, type of autism.
I can't handle low functioning autistic people. Because when they scream, it triggers my seizures.
Okay.
It, like, gets me anxiety when they, like, scream. Like, I mean, I do it too, but...
You do?
But I try not to do it in public.
Yeah. Well, you do it at home, right?
Yeah, because it's a stress reliever. It feels good to scream.
Right. So why does it trigger you when they do it?
I don't know. It's weird.
So when you were reading these, number 2 was the number of souls occupying the physical body. It says 1 soul per body or multiple souls. 1 primary or 1 or more others are passively observing. And you said that one was you. Do you feel like you have more than 1 soul?
I've been saying that forever.
And then what about the energy set? Half hybrid energy set.
I don't believe that.
Half indigo, half crystal.
Who says half? Why does it have to be half? You could be all of them if you want. Autistic mind. You think of the possibilities. I believe I am a god. What? I do. That's my actual belief.
The connectivity to higher frequencies, do you think that is true? Determines the level of autism? The connectivity to the higher frequencies determines the level of autism. So higher connectivity means like you're savant, genius, you're higher functioning autism.
I wouldn't say I'm a genius, but I'm a genius in certain subjects.
Lesser connectivity.
Like reading.
I don't think that's true either, because I think that there's a lot of people that are nonverbal that we would call low functioning.
I know people that have Down syndrome that are so high functioning, but they look low functioning.
Right.
Like when my brother's old apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
Their downstairs roommate, or the downstairs people that lived in the downstairs room that I was renting. They had Down syndrome, and he was super high functioning.
Yeah.
And he's more functioning when he listens to certain things. Like he likes Michael Jackson, so every time he listens to it, his brain became active instantly. which was really fascinating. He was really cool to hang out with.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah, but I think this notion of high and low functioning doesn't equate in the spiritual realm, because somebody can be quote unquote lower functioning, like a lower functioning autism, someone that's nonverbal, even somebody that maybe like rocks and has, you know, very obvious stimming behavior, doesn't necessarily mean that they're not connected to a higher frequency.
Huh?
Right?
Right.
Are we done?
We could keep talking later. I gotta smoke a cigarette.
I know, but you still got 15 minutes. Let's finish up really quick, and then you can go, because I don't want to like start a video again. So chakra system, it says normal or evolved chakra system. 5 chakras with a single large composite chakra replacing the lower 3 chakras.
I don't believe that.
Do you think your chakra system's different than neurotypical people?
I mean, I believe that I could pump more energy in one.
Oh, okay. So you have more conscious control of it, or more conscious connection to your chakra system.
That's my personal belief, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could close my chakras and I could function just fine.
All right. Well, that's what I was just wondering.
I learned how to.
This?
I know how to open my chakras when I need to let out the stress.
Right. Well, it says here, if a person is functioning on higher frequency levels associated with the heart, throat, third eye, and crown chakras, they may not need to have separate lower chakras, because they don't need to be so anchored in the lower frequencies.
Yeah, but you need those lower frequencies. It's
well,
like
you
yin
do.
and yang.
You do, because that's your life. You can't live or have life without that.
Yeah, I think that's false.
Okay. Yep.
Because I need my lower frequencies.
True, but you.
But
said...
I like focusing on the little chakras that don't even pop up on like your main chakra. So I like using the hand chakras.
Oh yeah.
You know, the actual chakras.
Yeah. Chakras.
You can't have those chakras without other things.
Yep.
It's like Chinese medicine.
All right. Well, that's it. I just wanted to know what you thought about it. So, have a good evening. I'll be here. Have fun tonight, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, everybody.
Bye. They're probably gonna laugh at that. Like, what? I said bye, everybody.
In your alien language.